here we are together on this, the 31st horror review. Happy Halloween, everyone. We started spooky season off with some Robert Eggers, and we're ending it with some Robert Eggers with his first theatrical film, The Witch, The Vivitch. Speaking of first, it's also Anya Taylor-Joy's first film, who is now, like 7 years later, a superstar. I would argue it's probably the most influential horror movie of this era. It's the tone that Robert Eggers creates through the historically informed writing, beautiful cinematography, and set design that brings you into the world of the movie.
What went we out into this wilderness to find? Leaving our country, kindred, our fathers' houses. For what? For the kingdom of God.
The film starts off with our no last name pilgrim family. This movie takes place in the early 1600s. It's before Salem witch trials, but you can see the fear of witchcraft and black magic throughout this movie. The family's getting kicked off the plantation, this community that they were part of, because apparently of the dad's overzealous religious nature. I always thought this part of the movie was really funny. It must take a lot to be like a crazy fundamentalist in the 1600s. And then the movie plays out like the most terrifying season of Frontier House. And there are no punches being pulled here. They even let us know about the witch immediately. They're not shying away from any act of violence. And they never do in this movie. When something is presented to you, when the terror is presented to you, it's just shown flatly, a quick cut to it. And it's not some jump scare that comes in and goes away. No, it just sits on these uncomfortable frames and just makes you look at it, which is exactly what you want in a witch origin story, which is really what this is.
Boom!
We also have the fact that this deeply devout father, whose beliefs are what puts the entire family in danger, even when the twins are sick and things couldn't look more desperate, he's worried about looking as a beggar or a failure, returning to the community that has turned him away. It's now Thomasin who must pay for the sins of the father. She's someone who is without any agency, and then after blaming her for disappearances and kids getting sick, to find out that, they're gonna use her to basically barter off towards another family. Yeah, no wonder she runs off into the woods with the witches. And this theme is perfectly encapsulated by the bookends of this movie, where we begin with them being exiled and we end with Thomasin being accepted. And I have to call out Harvey Scrimshaw, who plays Caleb, the oldest brother. There's a lot of talk about Anya Taylor-Joy performance, but I feel like people aren't building this kid up enough, who delivers horrifying performances, and we haven't seen a lot more from him since. I think this is a near perfect horror movie. I mean, it made me a Robert Eggers fan, an Anya Taylor-Joy fan, an A24 fan. There's just so much to like. Whew, wow. 31 reviews in 31 days. Thank you all for sticking through this, for checking out the reviews. I hope you've enjoyed the content. Let me know what you want to hear next. Should we do a 12 Days of Christmas reviews? Should we do some kind of Thanksgiving content? I don't know what you do in November. I appreciate you guys checking it out, and we will definitely be back next October.